Microsoft OneNote. It used to be one of the most popular note-taking softwares of all time, but now it has fallen, thanks to Google Docs and Microsoft Word. So how did this happen? This is Rise and Fall of OneNote, made by me, 7Z. Our story starts in late 2000 when a person by the name of Charles Prattley sent an email between Steven Sinofsky, which Steven Sinofsky is the guy that became infamous for Windows 8, and he ruined Windows 8, so let's all say that. And well, Chris Prattley was the new group program manager for Microsoft Word, and he decided to send an email saying, "We were talking about how there wasn't much in the way of software to deal with information that was not yet a document. I thought more about how to dramatically make work easier or better for lazy, unstructured people like me, as well as organized people like outliners and users of filing cabinets, and the idea came to me of a tool that would let me manage the tremendous amount of stuff that people tell me in meetings or on the phone, or that I read, or just think of on my own. Most of this ends up being junk anyway, but a lot of it is really valuable, and so much is lost as the only tools I have in my memory, which is failing, and paper, which I lose pretty quickly. In fact, I've recently cleaned out my office and found 4 separate paper notebooks with 3 pages of notes in each. That was all I had got before losing each one. The key insight I had at this point was to whether this tool was. It had to let you capture the thoughts or piece of info as you had taken it without forcing you to deal with any software glue up front. To take a note in Outlook, you had to find the place where you were allowed to take notes. But if it was a phone number, you were supposed to use contacts. But you had to create a contact and name it before you could save the phone number. Post-its beat that hands down. This new tool, which I call Scribbler, would be as close to electronic paper as we could get to make capturing information easy, but then have much more power than paper to help you deal with stuff you didn't need. And as you can see, the program was originally called Scribbler. However, this was probably a code name or something, because it would later be called OneNote. Now let's get into the fall of OneNote. So how did this even happen? This started with the release of Google Docs. Now, Google Docs was released in October 2006, and it marked a huge innovation. Google created a word processor that could be used on the internet, and it was just much easier to use than OneNote. And after this was released, people just didn't want to download a program to take notes. They just wanted to go on the internet, go on Google Docs, and then just type their stuff there. And also, Microsoft Word could do basically everything OneNote did. It was basically the same, because sometime in the future, Microsoft added a draw functionality to Microsoft Word, and there was really not that much of a difference between Microsoft Word and Google Docs. Now, OneNote is still a thing, but in recent years, Microsoft released its AI, which is Copilot, and it released Microsoft Loop and Microsoft Designer, which are incredibly unique pieces of software. And they might replace OneNote, because instead of using OneNote, you could just use Microsoft Loop and Copilot integration to, summarize your notes and then add like drawings and other stuff like that. And you can use other programs like Miro, which is a program on the web that allows you to have a whiteboard where you can do whatever you want on the whiteboard. So yeah, that's basically why OneNote could be looking at an end, and this is the history of OneNote. This is the rise and fall of OneNote, because at some point OneNote was actually a bit popular, but it obviously fell thanks to Google Docs, Copilot, Microsoft Loop, Designer, and of course Miro. So that's basically going to be the end of the video. It was a bit of a short video. So yeah, I'm 7Zeb, and I'll see you all in the next video.